so listen, what we got to do, we got to go ahead and make this show have a purpose here.
Yeah.
Because
Thank goodness.
you crabs just messed up the story.
I know. Yeah.
I was hoping that we can get some educated comments and responses to it.
In other words, you hoped we'd agree with you.
and
Yeah.
AB Free did what he had to do.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we need to talk to our esteemed guest.
Absolutely.
Now it's time to interview
Yes.
our esteemed guest. AB Free. No, you got to talking to them.
Hey.
Right, listen.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for coming here and being, part of this award-deserving Spike on the Mic show.
Yeah.
Explain. Bill Smots asked you this earlier about the A, which I know it was an A.B free.
Right.
Explain the AB dot free again.
Well, the ABs are for my initials, but
Right.
we keep names, under full
Right.
disclosure. We just keep
It's
it as AB.
Aldo Bonaventure Free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's a power name too. So when people
Yeah.
say the name or they call it out,
Right.
you're actually saying, "Hey, be free," and
Yeah.
and again going
Should
back.
be HB free.
No.
Hey,
That's
Hey.
You're saying
Is
hey.
H a word?
Yeah. He's
it's
Canadian,
letters.
so it's A.
Oh.
Be free.
This is the same principle like when you were talking about you said FU, when I said, well, why shouldn't it be FY?
Yeah.
Lost and confused.
That was
Yes.
last week.
You
were
are
saying.
lost
Yeah.
and confused.
You
Yeah.
think that
Now,
happened? Because you said last week, think that cleared some stuff?
Yeah, why shouldn't it be FY if that's what you really mean?
Because you said FU.
Because I said FO before, and then, but FY would be different than what FU.
Yeah.
What's the second word? Up?
Okay, listen. We got guess.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're talking to our guest right now.
Yeah, really.
Well, the thing is, you criticized the man for using the initial AB, and you said, why not H? At that
Because he
point,
said
This is what happens. This is what the
Yeah.
show actually
it's called
Yeah.
a train is a track.
Right.
Nobody.
remember the
Right.
gum under the table?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
That's really what threw us off. Yeah. The show would have been perfect except for that.
Yeah.
All right, so back to our esteemed guest.
Yes.
Right, so you go by A.B free. And when I met you, and I know you are, how do you describe your talents?
How do I describe my
Yeah,
talents?
see, when they ask me,
Yeah, Spike said you were a spoken word artist, is what he said.
I mean, that's really singular. I would say it's much more than that. I would just say an artist, period. But, my talents, just come from a form of expression. I've been writing and just doing things to vent, honestly, for a really long time. It started off with writing. Honestly, it started off with singing in a remote control at the house in my underwear.
right?
That's
Well,
how-
nice.
in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
You like what you saw?
Well, when I slipped my hair back, I did. That's how it started. Being super young, but I was always into like drama class and just doing things to express. I would say that I'm a heavy extrovert. But
Ooh.
yeah, I
I
like
might not know what that means.
I like to talk. I like to talk about what's going on, and a lot of the stuff that I put on paper and stuff. I just kind of illustrated it into doing more about putting on a microphone,
Are
performing.
you dangerous?
What you mean?
Because
Yeah,
a lot,
like Baker Mayfield. I'm feeling dangerous.
yeah. No, I'm saying
really
people
a Baker
who
Mayfield
write
type.
things down, they're the kind of person who have issues.
I gotta
Why am
pull over sometimes.
They're also the kind of people who go grocery shopping.
I don't
Yes.
know. Shout out to Instacart.
They're creative. They're creative.
Right.
I'm just,
Does your art have a particular focus that you go back to? Is it like social commentary, or is there like a topic
100%, 100% about being
Yeah.
yourself? I would say, but it's about being yourself, and it's okay to be weird. It's okay to be out of the box, and sometimes if you feel like that you're not fitting into a certain group, it's because you're meant to do something much bigger than groups, maybe creating a new genre of things, and so it just found myself not fitting in sometimes with certain people, or trying to fit in with certain people and realizing that's not the fit that was for me. So it's okay to be weird, and if you feel like you want to do something like write or perform, do it. If you want to go and do a screenplay, or you want to do poetry and you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, you just express yourself. You lay it on pen, you lay it on paper, record yourself. It's okay. It's okay to do that. And for a long time I was known for being really weird for just kind of just being different. You know?
didn't get beat up like in school. People took your lunch money.
No,
did
not
they?
at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Do you find yourself more of like an improv performance artist when you're talking? Because I heard singing and spoken word, so my imagination is going that you can take something and then express words, or do you really want to write it out to have more thought behind it?
Well, I use like a 3-step process: revelation, preparation, manifestation. So everything I do, I make sure I prepare for it. I mean, definitely could work on the fly too, but I like to write things down,
Sure.
look at it, marinate on it, erase it, and then do it again, and then go over it one more time.
If I was to play some music now, do you think you might be able to give us an example?
I mean, what kind of music?
Just some
Nice waltz.
music. Something like.
Oh yeah,
Can you use vegan, bacon, and podcast in there?
yeah. We're gonna let it ride for a second. Yeah. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Hey. They threw me in the box, the walls all surrounding me. I'm dying to myself, dying to anatomy, living through catastrophes, praying to my majesty. You gotta be the person that you want your kids to be. In theory, we the same, kinda like a simile. Looking up to talk to God, I'm asking him to intervene. Stabilize me mentally from all these evil entities I called upon as angels. Now they all protecting me. Put your hands up in the sky if you love the Holy King. His grace is so sufficient, I can love my enemies. Baptizing like the dishes, I am feeling extra clean. Advertising on my wishes, I am making it a scene. Sacrifices, having visions, I be manifesting dreams. My heart, it be pumping, but it's bleeding out my sleeve. K to the AOTIC, prophesizing on the block, rap about it on the beat. Man, my body wanna drop, but I'm standing on my feet. I got strength through his joy, so the fear is obsolete. For the Lord is my rock, I just pump the concrete. Tell the devil take a seat, feel the fire, feel the heat. I'm just laughing at him cause I know he don't want the beef. He can step to me, I spoke the word, then he fleed. Like a little kitty cat climbing up a tree. Boy, you know I'm on a hunt, like my name was Kareem. Walking on the water, tell the Father all that you have seen. Wipe me down and wash it out, I'm drinking all the Listerine. Glazing them like Krispy Kreme, I'm tatted up in skinny jeans. I look around the world and too much of it make believe. I'm faithfully just savoring all the prayers I spoke before and watch the prayers just come to be reality. What's happening? Floating on a raft again. I told my daughter when I'm gone, I'm trying to be a better man. I really hope she understands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Be free.
now I have a question. I'm always interested in people's creative process.
Sure.
Would you consider yourself a disciplined writer in that you sit down every day and carve out time to write, or is
Yeah.
it kind of on the fly? Like
No, every day in the morning. Well,
Really?
not every, yeah, I mean, I don't try to be super repetitive and like have a religious schedule about it,
Yeah.
but I always try to make sure I find time, and I sometimes I need to pull over. If
Yeah,
I-
when
Yeah.
something strikes you.
Yeah.
I got it.
Sometimes
Okay.
I gotta
great.
pull over, and then I'll spend time with it for a little while, and then once I make the video, and by the way, you can find that video on
There you
AB
go.
Free official page on YouTube. But so, once I make the video, now I'll just watch that video, over and over, not in a conceited way, but just to develop thoughts and develop,
Yeah.
To develop and improve.
can
yeah.
criticize myself, and make the next video from that, and make the next piece of material from that.
Where do you perform? Do you perform regularly, or is it around local places, different venues,
Yeah,
or?
I mean, I do a lot with my church. It's Chaotic Streets Church. Chaotic is KAOTIC.
As mentioned in the verse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a kingdom attack on the inner city. We do a lot of stuff at other churches that are real religious. Our church, we don't promote religion. We try to break free from that and spread the grace message. But we perform a lot at other churches, and what we do is create concerts and create venues to where if you have a gift like performing or doing poetry, dancing, miming, we create an outlet for that, so that way it's a safe place for you to express yourself and be yourself. I've done a lot. I started off my poetry at Smoking Words. It's one of the best open mics here in the Tampa Bay area. Smoking Words, hosted by Novocaine. I mean, that's really where I started to get my feet wet.
Where is that?
Smoking Words? It's over on they changed locations recently. It's off of Armenia. You can look them up on
All right,
Facebook.
yeah,
Smoking Words,
all right.
SMOKEN, Smoking Words. But they've been around for years, man, and they're still standing strong. But I kind of, taking a break from, from doing poetry, and I'm doing a lot more in terms of just shows and venues, like with the church, and kind of doing more outreach to where we can, find people to, let them utilize their gifts too. Sometimes I'll open up the show and break ice so other people can get a little bit more comfortable to do it too, but that's kind of been the main focus right now. Shout out Chaotic Streets. Love you guys. Love you, Lorenzo and Zara. Chaotic Streets Church, man. It's been life-changing, honestly. They've been there for me through a lot of hard times and stuff. So
how long have you been doing, and you say you're not pigeonholed to spoken words or that type of music. How long have you been doing this?
What you mean this?
Like
just performing.
Performing.
Yeah.
Years. I feel like years, man.
You just felt it one day and then started writing it down on a piece of paper and then recording it on some type of media and pushing it out there?
And honestly, I feel like something was telling me to grab the remote control in the living room, and I don't want to it's not just to get fame. A lot of people chase clout. A lot of people out here try to chase clout, try to get likes, try to get hearts, try to get comments, try to follow me, follow this. That's not what the purpose was. If you can change one person's life, and if you can impact someone's life to make them maybe want to go write down how they feel, that could potentially prevent them from doing something crazier or not being able to express themselves, because there's a lot of people out here who may not feel like they have somewhere to express themselves or to talk to. You know what I mean? And so it's just if someone can see a person that you can probably relate to, I become like all men so that I may be able to win some, then you've done your job. I've been doing it a long time, and I feel like that day in the living room at grandma's house, playing with the remote control definitely set me off to just continue. So, I mean, I have books and books of just doodles.
No.
Just thoughts, man.
I know you get this millions of times. Like, who is the inspiration to you?
If a role model.
100 points if you say Spike.
Yeah.
yeah. Really.
Although it'll hurt your soul to do that, but to sell out to that degree.
Okay,
but.
101. All right.
Well, I mean, my inspiration is my family.
Right.
Lorenzo and Zara, 100%. Lorenzo and Zara, they're the leaders at Chaotic Streets Church. And my wife, who's sitting right next to me. I've known her since the